Vietnam-Indonesia elevate ties to comprehensive strategic partnership.
U.S. Secretary of State, Ukraine must cede territory in any peace deal.
Administrative reforms to support business growth.
You are watching today's news on NTV. My name is Nguyễn Thị Minh Khai and I will be your guide through today's latest update. Vietnam and Indonesia have agreed to elevate their relationship to comprehensive strategic partnership during the official state visit of Party General Secretary Tô Lâm to Indonesia, marking a significant milestone in celebration of the 17th anniversary of their diplomatic relations.
In Jakarta, Party General Secretary Tô Lâm held talks with Indonesian President Prabowo Subianto, where both leaders agreed to further deepen political trust by enhancing exchanges, contact, effectively implementing bilateral cooperation mechanisms, as well as defense and security collaboration. They emphasized the importance of information exchange, rescue operations and combating transnational crime. Based on the solid achievements already made, both sides agreed to upgrade their ties to comprehensive strategic partnership, making Vietnam become the first comprehensive strategic partner of Indonesia in ASEAN. This historic event marks a new era of cooperation between the two countries in all fields, contributing to peace, stability, cooperation, and development in the region and the world.
U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said Ukraine would have to make territorial concessions to reach a peace deal with Russia. Marco Rubio's statement comes as the U.S. is pushing for talks to end the Russia-Ukraine conflict.
Speaking to the press on his way to Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, for talks with senior Ukrainian officials, Rubio said Ukraine would have to make concessions regarding the territories Russia has gained since 2014 as part of any agreement to resolve the armed conflict. Rubio did not outline the details of a potential agreement but emphasized that concession is crucial for diplomatic efforts. Ukrainian President Zelensky is now in Saudi Arabia and has met with Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman before discussing with the U.S. delegation. This talk follows a contentious meeting between President Trump and Zelensky at the White House, which led to the Trump administration temporarily halting military aid and intelligence sharing with Ukraine. Rubio disclosed that the discussion in Saudi Arabia may involve the resumption of military aid if Ukraine shows genuine commitment to peace.
Diplomatic tensions between Russia and the UK are escalating after Moscow expelled 2 British diplomats, accusing them of espionage and requiring them to leave the country within 2 weeks.
According to the Russian Federal Security Service, FSB, the 2 British diplomats provided false information while attempting to enter Russia. The FSB also identified signs of intelligence activity and sabotage, damaging Russian security. These are the first Western diplomats to be expelled from Russia since talks between Russia and the U.S. on restoring embassy operations on February 18. In response, Britain's Foreign Office rejected the allegations against its diplomats as baseless. Such developments continue to deteriorate diplomatic relations between Russia and Britain in particular and Europe in general amid tensions between the two sides over Britain's continued military aid to Ukraine and proposals to deploy troops to Russia's neighboring country.
Coming up next are some updated news.
Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh has issued a directive outlining key tasks and solutions to achieve sustainable economic growth objectives for 2025 and the following years. The directive emphasizes a focus on boosting GDP growth to at least 8% in 2025 while controlling inflation and ensuring macroeconomic stability. The government will continue to enhance diplomatic, trade, and investment relations with major partners, particularly within ASEAN, China, the United States, Japan and the European Union. The directive calls for ministries, agencies and localities to implement synchronized solutions such as diversifying export markets and strengthening competitive capacity. Relevant agencies must coordinate closely to ensure the progress and quality of socio-economic development tasks.
According to the Ngayéan People's Committee, the province's export turnover in February 2025 is estimated to reach $274 million, an increase of 56% compared to the same period last year. For the first 2 months of the year, total exports of Ngayéan goods have reached $541 million, up 29% compared to 2024. Key products such as electronics, textiles and footwear have seen impressive growth, with footwear achieving a staggering 93% increase. Additionally, the province's state budget revenue also hit 4,814 trillion Vietnamese dongs in the first 2 months of the year, reaching 27% of the projected target, predicting that Ngayéan's economy continues to thrive robustly in 2025.
The government has issued a resolution to waive visas for citizens from 12 countries including Germany, France, Italy, Spain, the United Kingdom and Northern Ireland, Russia, Japan, South Korea, Denmark, Sweden, Norway and Finland. Citizens from these countries are permitted to stay in Vietnam for 45 days from the date of entry. This policy will be effective from March 15, 2023 to March 14, 2028 and will be reviewed for extension. This is the latest move from the government aimed at waiving visa policies to boost tourism. Earlier, the government also waived visas for citizens of Poland, Czech Republic and Switzerland for 45 days, applicable until December 31, 2025. These resolutions are expected to create a boost to attract high-spending wealthy tourists who stay longer in Vietnam.
Recently, Nghệ An has made significant effort in reforming administrative procedure, especially regarding investment approval and licensing to facilitate business expansion. This has truly been a lever for businesses to speed up and to contribute to local economic development.
The project to build a 10-hectare export footwear manufacturing factory in Queen Thatch Commune, Queen Lu District has nearly 100,000 square meters that need to land compensation. However, just over a year after receiving investment approval from the Provincial People's Committee, the company has cleared all land to kick off the project. This is also one of the fastest investment projects ever in Queen Lu District.
Thanks to the local consensus and the support of the authorities of all levels that have accompanied the investor, the procedures have been done smoothly.
Similarly, in the 15-hectare pellet manufacturing factory project in An Son District, thanks to consensus, coordination and streamlined procedure allowed the company to quickly start construction just over a year after initiating investment procedures. It is expected that the production line will be operational this May, ensuring production and business plans.
Administrative reforms have demonstrated the state's role in executing directives. For example, when the committee assigns specific deadlines to departments, sectors and districts, they promptly complete reports to support the businesses.
Along with the personnel and the organizational structure, legal matters are extremely important. We believe that in the near future, the organizational structure, laws and subordinate documents will be concise, easy to understand and to implement. Ngayéan currently has over 14,000 businesses in operation, following the provincial directive on administrative reform with the spirit of shortening processing times and ensuring transparency. Each year, departments, sectors and localities focus on reviewing and proposing to shorten procedure time related to business activities. Along with this, the decisive restructuring of the apparatus is expected to create a great impetus for sustainable development in the coming time.
The last news has ended our bulletin today. Thanks for your watching and see you next time.